Good morning. Welcome to Java programming tutorials. We are going to discuss multiple inheritance in this session. Multiple inheritance is possible only with interfaces, not possible with classes. Let us take an example where interface 1 has an abstract method for finding out maximum element in an array. Interface 2 has an abstract method for minimum element in an array. Interface 3 extends both interface 1 and interface 2 and has its own abstract method to find out sum of elements in an array. As a result, interface 3 will have three abstract methods: getMax, getMinimum, and getSum. Let us have a class 1, which has a non-abstract method for sorting array. For non-abstract method, you need to provide complete implementation. Now, class 2 extends class 1 and implements interface 3. As a result, it will have all the four methods and it must provide implementations for max, min, and sum. Okay. So why are you waiting for? Let us get set go to see all these concepts. For faster compilation, I take online compiler. Let us create interface 1. The keyword interface. The name of interface should start with I, lowercase I. It returns integer. Its name is getMax. It takes an integer array. It is by default public and abstract method, so you don't mention. Next, interface 2. The name is 2. It has get minimum method. Input is an array. It is also by default a public and abstract method. Interface 3 extends interface 1 and interface 2. It has its own method. It gets sum. Takes an integer array. It is also by default a public and abstract method. So there are two interfaces and interface 3 extends 1 and 2. Let us have a class. Say class 1. It has a method which is public, returns integer, sorts the elements. Input is an array A. The non-abstract method, so you must provide implementation. Sorting. So you need an index because you are operating in a for loop. I less than length of array, incrementing by 1 every time. Take next element, and the next element index is j. It starts from I plus 1. J also ends at max number of elements. The j is I plus 1. Let I ends at a dot length minus 1. If ai is greater than its next element, then swap. How do you swap? You need a temporary element. That ai is that element. Put aj in ai. In all of swapping. And in aj, put t. So this is swapping ai with aj. Now, create one more class, say class 2, which extends class 1 and implements interface 3. Now it gets 3 abstract methods: max, min, and sum. So you must provide implementations for them. Public int getMax takes an array. Create one variable by name max. Let max is the first element itself. Your I start from next element. Enter the last element. If next element is greater than max, then max equal to next element. Return max. This is implementation for getMax. Now, implementation for getMinimum. You assume that first element itself is minimum. And if next element is less than minimum, minimum is next element. Now return minimum. Next, implementation for sum. Returns integer. Name is getSum. Input is the array. Let sum is 0 initially. Now for first element to last element in steps of 1, add next element to sum and return sum. It has all the implementations, all the 3 implementations of abstract methods. Now go to main method, create an object of class 2, which has 1 non-abstract method and 3 abstract methods. Object is instance of class 2. Now, Let us create an array. Say X or marks. So these are the marks. Maximum is 50 and minimum is 10. Okay, let us first find out maximum. Call getMax method and pass the array. Now this is maximum mark. Similarly, call other methods. This is minimum mark. Method is get minimum. Next. Sum of marks. Method is getSum. And finally, sorted marks. For sorted marks, call sort method. This sort method returns nothing. Pass the integer, pass the array. Now print the sorted marks using for each. Print all of them in one single line. These are sorted marks. Done. Let us execute this. Let us use normal implementation. Print x of I or ith element of array X. This should be for not for each. Sorry, array name is marks. This is marks.length. So maximum mark is 50, minimum mark is 10, sum of marks is 165, and sorted marks. Okay. So let us review everything. Interface 1 has abstract method getMax. Interface 2 has abstract method getMinimum. Interface 3, by extending 1 and 2, gets maximum method, minimum method, and its own method getSum. There is a class which has sort method. Now class 2 extends class 1 and implements interface 3. So by default, it gets all the 4 methods. Okay. Now I'll show you this graphically. This is interface 1. This is interface 2. Interface 3 extends both of them, multiple inheritance. Now you have class 1. Now class 2 implements interface so these are interfaces classes and extends class. Okay, so hope you understand it. Source code is available on demand. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Thank you.